So let's just dive right in. How much can you really learn about a company's entire game plan from just one web page? Well, today we're going to find out. We are going to take apart one company's promise and see what it tells us about how they tackle one of the biggest hurdles in the modern workplace, professional certification.
You know that feeling, right? If you've ever had to prep for a major technical exam, you know what I'm talking about. The mountain of stuff to learn, the pressure to pass, it's honestly pretty overwhelming. And it's a feeling a lot of us share if we're trying to get ahead in the tech world.
And we're not talking about some simple multiple-choice quiz here. The source material points us to this specific VMware exam. Now, this is not for beginners. This is a super high-level certification for pros who are managing really complex cloud systems. The stakes? They're huge. You definitely can't just wing it.
So our main piece of evidence today is this one web page from a company called AA Academy. It's all about getting you ready for this one specific exam. We're going to treat this page like a clue, almost like a digital artifact that's telling a story. So what's their big solution, and how are they trying to convince you it works?
All right, first things first, let's get to the heart of their pitch. Every company has that one central promise, right? The main reason they think you should go with them. And AA Demi, well, they put it right out there for us.
Now, just listen to the language they're using. It's really broad, really confident. They're talking about comprehensive support for all types of exams. So this isn't just about giving you a few practice questions. No, they're promising a whole system designed to make you a master of the material and give you confidence. That's a pretty bold claim.
And they don't just leave it at that big, vague promise. They actually break it down into these 5 key pieces. And you've got to notice the flow here. It kicks off at the content itself, the lectures. Then it moves into how you organize it with study plans. Then the how-to with learning methods. And finally, putting it all to the test with practice exercises. See? This isn't just a list, it's a full-blown strategy.
Okay, so if that's what they're promising, the next big question is how? How do they actually do it? Well, if you scroll a little further down their page, you find the answer in their product center. And this just lays out their process perfectly. These aren't just some random links on a page. They've framed it as a very deliberate 4-step path to getting certified. You start with understanding the info, then you organize your study time, then you use smart ways to learn, and finally, you practice till you get it right. What they're selling here is a structured, repeatable system, not just a folder of files. But let's rewind for a second. Remember that first promise? Support for all types of exams? That's a clue that this one VMware course is just a tiny piece of a way bigger picture. A quick peek at their exam categories shows you just how big they're thinking.
Now this is where it gets really fascinating. They've basically mapped out the entire professional world into these tidy little categories. You've got your hardcore tech stuff, like IT foundations and specific vendors like HP. But look closer. They're also covering project management, business strategy, and data analytics. They're not just a tech training site. They're trying to be a platform for your entire career, from the server room all the way to the boardroom. And that's the big takeaway right here, the sheer scope of it all. This single web page, which seemed to be about just one niche exam, is actually a window into a huge platform. With 5 different high-level categories, it's crystal clear they want to be the one-stop shop for anyone looking to level up their skills.
Okay, so we've gathered all our clues, we've looked at the promise, we've broken down the process, and we've seen the big picture. So what does all this actually mean for you, the person who's stressing about passing that tough exam? Let's put it all together.
And this right here really says it all. On the left, you've got the usual chaos of studying on your own, right? Trying to make sense of disorganized notes, trying out study hacks you're not sure will even work, and never really getting to apply what you've learned. Then on the right, you've got 8 Academy's solution for every single one of those problems. They're selling structure over chaos, proven methods over guesswork, and hands-on practice over just theory. That's their whole business model in a nutshell.
And all this leaves us with one final big question to think about. We've seen how this one company has packaged a solution to a really complex problem, but as our careers get more and more demanding and we have to constantly learn new skills, is this the future? Is this kind of structured all-in-one platform the way we're all going to learn and grow from now on? Definitely something to chew on.